Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in, and especially thank you if you are a returning viewer. This is going to be just a little kind of recap from the first 3 months of this year when it comes to, my video output and such. I had a pretty mixed first part of the year. Some really good parts, some not so good parts. But when it comes to my channel, I think it's been a huge success. Obviously, more views would be nicer. You know, who doesn't think that? But when it comes to my output and I put in the diversity of all my videos, I'm really happy with what I've done. So, I think I first uploaded the Classic Lives Forever Regal trailer because there is one on YouTube, but granted, it's a recording. It's not an HD thing, but part of it is cut off. So I wanted to upload that because I do, have somewhat access to a Regal theater. So I kind of wanted to preserve the ad in a certain way. I did the first scrapping video, which, was a really good experiment. Maybe 6.5 minutes was a little long for basically a vlog. But I liked the B-roll footage I put in there of me and Art just messing around, and I actually deleted the first upload was deleted. I'm not sure why. After like 10 or 20 views, it was just randomly deleted. I've never had a video just disappear like it did with this one. It was bizarre. Like I used copyrighted stuff for all my previous videos, but I've never had that happen. So I had to re-upload it. So really that should be at, however many, but I did a bad movie thing, which was fun, and I wanted to showcase my posters. And then here I did a top 10. I did a little car vlog thing. That is among many things. That is one thing I've wanted to do more of, is more car stuff. I mean, I have a great car with, that's really modified, and I've got a lot of plans to do. So that just is ripe for doing a video. And that can be informative, and it can be a good way to document for me. Which that also is what a lot of this is too, is I'm able to document sort of things like my cats, like my Harley getting bigger because she's about 2 years old now. Ever since I started recording in 2023. So, and then I've done, this dumb little skit, still in the clipboard. I just wanted an excuse to do a whole bunch of angles during, at my job. And then this is the big one. This is before my IMAX video, this was my most viewed video. A huge success. I was really happy with this. I did the thumbnail, I decided like, okay, I've been sitting on this idea of this Tom Cruise thing for a while. I did the Mortal Kombat one, and I was happy with it, but it was more just seeing how that could go, and I don't think I was putting my whole full effort, so to speak. But this was great, and that's a video I can, tell my sisters and, family members, and they can enjoy it, and they don't have to be like in on the joke like a Tag Pro video or something to that effect. So yeah, it did very well. Uh, I promoted it in certain places. I put it on Reddit. Friends and family contribute, to this video and to a whole lot of other videos. Um, and then our cat video, the very first one, something about it blew up. I'm not sure why. I say blew up with quotations, but it did, 250 views. That's a 250,000. That's not too bad. I was really happy with this. Um, you know, a lot of people came out for this video, and it's probably the best cat video, even though I think the other two are very good and definitely underappreciated views wise. Um, but this is, the OG. The speed drive, this one was well received too. Um, it's probably the best bang for your buck. I mean, it's 2 minutes long, and I think the jokes there and the skits there are the editing is well paced there, comparatively to all the other ones. Probably the funniest Tom Cruise video so far here. Just a little small one, with Breaking Bad. I did Marshmallow, which is a good kind of electronic, anything upbeat is good for Cruise to run to. Another cat video doing the second half of 2024 because I had a lot of footage, which will probably be the case for this year as well. The IMAX video. So this one is a special one for obvious reasons. I posted it to the IMAX subreddit and to A24. They did really well. I could not have been happier with the reception to this, and it's the creation behind it is just as interesting as the video. I saw The Brutalist, shortly before this, and man, I remember listening to the opening score over and over, just picturing the images in my head. I might have been able to put it in the oven for longer and really gotten the sequence down for maximum impact, or maybe made it all in order. But I'm so glad how it turned out, and I think it's, not to get too pretentious, but it's a little bit of history. I got to sort of capture the construction of, a new theater. And not to mention, this theater has been around for, 20 plus years, and it does not get renovations often, believe me. So this was something special, and I got to share it with everybody, which was important too. I did a little Hackers review, which has been on my list for a while. A lot of these things have been in my mind for a while, so it's really cathartic finally putting pen to paper and, I don't know, not procrastinating all the ideas I've had. I did another scrap video with art. It snowed one day and I had to break out the camera. My last Tom Cruise video, a month ago. Blue Monday, one of my favorite songs of all time. I even got to see Peter Hook and the Light perform it last year, which was a ton of fun. But I can figure, an old 80s song isn't going to do as well as Hot to Go, go figure. But I'm still very happy with this video. I loved showcasing the music video from it, and I definitely have more in the pipeline. I got plenty ideas for Tom Cruise videos. It's just a matter of time making them, and other projects, being in the way. Did an Oscar video. I did another recap about Honora. I did a behind the scenes before because I knew eventually I was going to scrap these. I didn't know it would be within a week. But still, in between this, I did a hype video, first Tag Pro video in a while, which is something substantial, and then the latest bank video, scrapping to the bank, which will probably be the first one for a while, just because that's all the big metal, and I'm having to restart my can collection, obviously. But that's about it. So it was 23 videos I've done in 3 months, which, obviously I'm not studying for a PhD or anything, but this is my creative outlet, and I get to do a couple of different things. I get to flex my editing skills, and I've gotten a lot better at it. You can see my pacing and certain things are better. So I have a ton of videos. I want to do a couple in the pipeline, and I'm excited. So thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for listening. I appreciate your time, and don't be hard on yourself. Take it easy.